Hello there, my beautiful souls. My name is Hunter from Hunter's Healing Heart. I'm a health, wellness, and ascension coach, helping you rise into your highest frequency, vibration, and truth. And today we're going to be talking about unity. Unity, guys. And this encompasses 3 layers. And in your health journey, in your wellness journey, ascension journey, when you're wounded and when you have various traumas or disempowerments within your body, it's very difficult to step up and do it alone because there's nothing outside yourself that's going to inspire you. And if you have a destructive self-belief of yourself, you're going to keep on repeating that through avoidance, disempowering behaviors. It could be self-sabotage. So it's until you start doing it for something outside yourself that gives you the inspiration to change, to evolve, and to grow. And so what I like is unity, right? And it encompasses 3 parts. So the first part, guys, is God, a spirit, a divinity, universe, and an entity. But ultimately with that, it has to be something bigger than yourself. And you have to believe that it's guiding you towards the highest good. And it leads from a place of heart and love and values. That's going to mean different things for different people. I like the terminology God. But once your relationship is really built through God, and I've talked about this in a couple other videos, but it's going to be praise, which is like speaking to God, giving affirmations, mantras to God. You have stillness and quiet, being very still and reflective, connecting deep with your body, because that's where you receive the lessons of God. You have worship, which is going to community of your choosing that emulates those values, surrounding yourself in that and reading different passages of God to integrate and embody and learn and grow. And then you have pray. You build that relationship with God. You ask what you're seeking, what you want to do. And so all those are going to start building your spiritual relationship. And so another component of this is mantras, or this is praise. And so the more that you start building this, you're putting energy into that, you're building that relationship. And so for praise, and especially God, for me, I have 3 that I absolutely love. And throughout the day, you're going to have moments just to say this, to give honor, to devote yourself to it. So 1 is everything I do and everything I am is for the glory of God. 2, I'm blessed and highly favored. That one will completely change your life, guys. Even when you are in the biggest storms of your life, absolute chaos, if you could get somewhere and just scream it at the top of your lungs. And a little bit of a story time. I am in Phoenix and I was in the summer and I didn't have AC in my car. No AC, 113 degrees, and I had to travel quite a bit for work. And I just remember in that heat, like, oh my God, my life is falling apart. This isn't working. And I caught it. I stopped that belief. I stopped that doubt. And I would just praise God. I'm blessed and highly favored. I would scream it in the highway, like over and over and over. And even though the external world lacked, I still give praise to Spirit. Another one that I really like is I could do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So this more so solidifies, I gotta change hands here because I don't have a tripod, is that the battles that you go through, the obstacles, the struggles, it's all meant for your divinity. It's all meant for your growth, and He would not give you more than you can handle. So even though at the time it's like chaos, it's stressful, that is how you grow. That is how you evolve. So you have to maintain the faith, keep the faith. So the more that you keep saying this, it's going to solidify that. So that's the first layer, God, spirit, divinity. The next one, and this is the second most important, is yourself. Because we're all reflections of God. We all have God consciousness within us. So it is imperative to build that relationship, right? And I'm getting a little coffee here, so bear with me. So good. I got the collagen protein powder in there. If you want to take your coffee to the next level, I would highly recommend it. It's the most utilized protein in the body. Very powerful for skin, hair, nails, joints, wound repair, and the flavor really amps it. So I've digressed a little bit, but going back to yourself, guys, we're all God consciousness. And once you start building this vessel with the highest integrity, the highest truth, the highest clarity that you can, so much empowerment comes from there. And it's a journey, guys, because there's layers. You have your disempowerment, your weaknesses, your insecurities, your faults, so to speak. And so you have to slowly allow those to wither, and they could be cross-linked. They might be connecting towards each other. But then you also have your gifts, right? Your light, your radiance, the thing that you do the best, better than everybody. And so as you focus on that, continuing it to grow and doing it by that process, the withering of the disempowerments And the building of the good, it solidifies your God consciousness, allows you to come deeper and deeper and deeper into center, into wholeness, into power, into truth. So those are absolutely key. And it's full spectrum, guys. You have your thoughts and what you're planting and putting in terms of beliefs, thought patterns. You have your emotions, your relationships to them. Are they all honored, integrated? Can you express them in a way where you're grounded and centered? So you have all these pieces of yourself physically, your physical body. Is it expressive? Is it open? Is it relaxed? Is it calm? Is it strong and invigorated? You have your spiritual energy, all these components. So the more that you truly honor yourself, you love yourself, and you just build it, you build it, you build it, it is going to allow you to really honor God. And that'll lead to the next layers as well, which I'll get into. And one that has completely transformed my life is I uphold, honor, and embody the highest integrity, standards, values, and excellence in all domains of my life. So it gives me that point of which I'm striving towards, which I'm moving towards, which I'm gravitating towards. And with these mantras, guys, sometimes you're gonna mess up. You're not gonna be in alignment with it. You're gonna engage in destructive tendencies, destructive truths, but at least you're setting that intention each day. And the more that you honor it, guys, this feeling is absolutely incredible. The best feeling in the world, because your soul feels expansive, you feel open, and you're doing what is in your highest calling. That feeling is intoxicating. And the more that you keep choosing it, the more that you keep honoring it, it builds and builds and builds. And there's going to be moments, guys, where you don't honor it, or you go back to old programming and have that feeling, that constriction, and not shame and guilt, but it's just not as empowering and fulfilling. It's going to start bringing you closer and closer and closer to your highest truth in that. And it's going to start allowing you to make the decisions, and you'll get that temptation of instant gratification, but it's not as fulfilling as the long-term soul fulfillment. And so the more that you build the one, the God, and the mantra, speaking it, feeling it, praising it, building that relationship, and then with yourself, it's going to lead to the last part, guys. And that is the collective. That is all the people around you. We are all brothers and sisters. We are all sacred. We are all divine, and we need each other. We need each other. We can't do it alone. We're going to get stuck. And this is where blessings come in, guys. Truly, when you are in a position to give, do it, because you are benefiting not only that person involved, but the whole collective as a whole. And whatever you give out, guys, it's going to come back eventually. It's just the law of karma. And keep in mind, there are going to be times when you get burned. Someone takes advantage of your generosity. Someone takes advantage of your kindness. People mess up. They make mistakes. And they abuse it, right? But ultimately, you gave freely out of your heart. And that's on them. And so if you could just let that go, knowing you did the right thing, that will come back to you. I promise, I promise, I promise. And in terms of giving back, guys, oh, that coffee's so good, that's what it's about, guys, giving back. Because if you have the best relationship with God and yourself, and you don't give anything, you're not making any substantial difference for your community, for your environment. And that's where you're really grounded in spirit, which is beautiful, but it has to be grounded into the earth with action, devotions, execution, things that you are creating in the world. And so we're all mirrors for each other. We help each other grow. We help each other evolve. And so by you standing in your fullness and your integrity and your truth connected to God, you're giving other people experiences and ripples of that. And this is where leading with a lot of those values and love, guys, because we're human, we're going to make mistakes. But if you hold space for that, it'll allow people to either ascend, grow, and evolve, and you honoring the humanness of it, or they won't. They're not ready for that journey, and that's perfectly fine. So you need all three layers to really step into your greatness. It is so much bigger than yourself. And so for the collective, this is what you want to give to people. When people come across your path and you interact with them, what do you want to give to them? And so for me, what I've come up with, and this can be different for everyone, I give the most enriching, enlivening, lightheartedness, and loving joy to all those who cross my path. I radiate divine masculine presence to all those who cross my path. And so as you start solidifying these, putting energy into these, it is going to be a fuel for your greatness, fuel for your ascension, and fuel for you to step into your fullness, because it is so much bigger than yourself, guys. By you playing small, by you not honoring your visions of God, your dreams, your passion, your visions from God, it is a disservice to all three of those: yourself, the collective around you, and to God. And so this allows you to show up, step up, because it's so much bigger than yourself, guys. And the ripples, as you start stepping into it, that is where the true magic begins, and you will get so many beautiful moments that are just divine, sacred, in the moment, godlike blessings, and they just keep building, and they keep building and keep building based on the integrity of all three of these, guys. So a protocol that I like to do is periodically throughout the day, especially in the morning and at night, before I go to bed, is I just give praise. I give praise to God, I give praise to myself, and I give praise to the collective through those mantras that we talked about. If you do this, I promise you, your life will begin to change. So the choice is yours. Are you going to step into your fullness, give praise to those entities, or not? I'm rooting you on. I'm cheering for you. I do offer one-on-one coaching, guys, so I can help you step into your fullness, step into your greatness, figure out your disempowerments, help you determine your gifts. We've worked together to release, to create, so now you're benefiting the whole. And I also want to build this community, guys. There are more people that need the inspiration, that need the motivation, and the codes to really step into the fullness of themselves. So it would mean the world to me if you could like the content, if you could share a story and experiences, certain mantras that you're working with, so we could rise together, guys. Because the more that we are fulfilled and actualized and we give to each other, that's where the magic begins. Always choose your light and empowerment. Blessings and much love.